you so much for joining me today on Everyday Yoga. My name is Christine, and as many of you know, I have recently moved. Moving entails a lot of bending, a lot of lifting, even some twisting, and when you bend and twist at the same time, that can be really hard on your back. So today I'm going to share with you my yoga sequence for loosening up that low back, the neck and the shoulders after any kind of strenuous activity that you might engage in, or even sometimes just getting out of bed in the morning can cause you to want to do something a little bit along these lines. So for right now, I'm just going to start right here at the top of my mat in Tadasana. My feet are aligned right underneath my hip bones. My pelvis is aligned right under my heart, and my heart is right over my head. Everything in a nice straight line, pushing evenly into the feet and lifting from the crown, so we've got that lengthening effect on the spine. Open up the palms to the front so that the shoulders can relax down the back towards the tailbone, and let the tailbone be heavy toward the earth. And let's just take a few breaths together here to drop in, come into the body, maybe take a little mental scan of what's going on in there. So let's just take a nice big inhale and an exhale to let it all out. And let's inhale together and really fill the lungs, pushing all the organs so that the belly expands. And exhale, letting the shoulders relax, letting the tailbone be heavy. And one more big inhale here, biggest breath you've taken all day long. And exhale, maybe out the mouth, letting it all go. Let's inhale and reach the arms up overhead, palms towards one another where they meet. And exhale, and let's just go ahead and slice it all the way down, bending the knees generously, just hanging out here like a rag doll. Maybe the backs of the hands come to the mat, or the tops of the feet, or maybe to the shins, or even up here to the tops of the thighs. Wherever is a comfortable place for your hands to be so that your upper body can just relax. Letting the low back release here, letting the hamstrings stretch a bit. You might clasp your elbows in opposite hands so that you can really just let the weight of the head go, let the neck be long. Relax the jaw here. And maybe straighten the legs a little bit to get a bigger stretch in the hamstrings, the backs of the legs. Maybe not. Maybe you want to bend really nice and deep. Maybe you want to come almost to straight, wherever feels good for your body. Maybe switch the clasp here so that your opposite hand is on top. Recommit to letting the weight go. Maybe rock a little forward to back and side to side. And then let's go ahead and straighten the legs a little, keeping a bit of a bend in the knee so that they're not hyperextended. Bring the palms to the tops of the thighs here. Draw the elbows back. Inhale, lengthening the crown towards the front of the room so that you've got this sort of a flat back going here, a nice little number 7. And then the next time you exhale, just let it all go. And then let's roll up slowly, 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 one vertebrae at a time, keeping the knees bent as generously as feels good for you. Letting the arms be heavy until you come up to the top. Inhale again, reach up, hands slice it down the middle, back to forward fold, Uttanasana. And here we're going to do a flat back again. Inhale. And as we exhale, let's bend the knees. Bring the right hand to the left leg. And that can be to the toes. It could even be to the mat, the ankle, the shin, the outer thigh, wherever is comfortable for you. What we're going to do here, I'm going to grab the ankle gently. And I'm going to draw my left arm up alongside the left leg, drawing it back as if I'm pulling a bowstring. And then continuing the journey up towards the sky, taking a little twist here in the low back. Now your arm might let your arm stop wherever is comfortable for you. That could be anywhere along this journey. Inhale to reach the fingers as far as is comfortable, maybe wiggle them. Exhale, and maybe straighten that left leg a little bit to deepen the twist. Stay here for another full inhale and exhale. One last inhale as you reach, and exhale to let it go. And switch sides. Bring the left hand to the outer right ankle. And inhale, drawing the right hand up along the right leg, twisting to reach up overhead, wiggling the fingers here as you inhale. Exhale to really feel the twist, not jerking or wrenching, just a nice gentle twist here. Maybe straighten that leg a little bit as you inhale, the right leg. Really feeling the IT band stretch and the outer calf. And when you're ready on your next exhale, go ahead and come back to center again, and then let's let the arms go and roll back up to standing. Hands, inhale, hands up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. Let's recommit to this nice long Tadasana here. Stretching the feet down toward the earth and the crown up to the sky. Recommit to the breath, moving with the breath. And then let's inhale the arms up and overhead, where the palms meet again, and exhale, slicing it down the middle, forward fold. Inhale here, flat back, bringing the tops of the hands, or the palms of the hands to the tops of the thighs. And then let's exhale, bring the fingertips down to the mat, and inhale, stepping the left toes back to the mat behind you. So we're in this nice low lunge here. Let's go ahead, and if it's comfortable for you, bring your knee to the mat and let the top of the left foot be flat against the earth. And if you like, you can pad your knee here for a little extra support. You could always fold your mat over to give yourself a little cushion. I have actually doubled up my mats. This is the one I used to have at work before COVID, and then this is the one I used to take to the studio before COVID. So there you go. I just doubled them up, and now I'm super cushioned. So we're going to keep the right knee over the right ankle here so that we're not putting any undue pressure on that knee. Keep the neck long by tucking the chin in. And as we breathe, think about really stretching this left hip flexor here and drawing the right hip back so that the hips can be square towards the front of the mat. And we're just breathing here, finding that Tadasana in the upper body where the shoulders are relaxed down the back and the neck is nice and long. Inhale, noticing what you feel in the front of that left leg. And exhale here, letting the shoulders relax down the back. And then let's inhale again and walk the fingertips back lifting the right toes up off the earth for a half split here. You might curl the left toes under for a little more support here if that feels good. But let those right toes come up towards the sky so that you can really feel the stretch in the back of the right leg here. And I think I prefer my left toes down. One more inhale here, letting the crown be long. Exhale to fold forward any amount more. And then let's inhale right back up to the front. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, coming back up to the toes, lifting the knee off the mat and stepping forward back into forward fold where the left foot is right next to the right one. Inhale here, exhale. If you have blocks to bring the floor a little closer to you and that feels comfortable to you, go ahead and do that. But let's roll up gently, making space in that spine. Inhale the hands up and overhead, and exhale, slicing it back down. Inhale, flat back, bringing those elbows back. Exhale, forward fold, and then let's repeat that on the right side. So we're stretching back into that low lunge with the right foot. Bring the knee to the mat if that's comfortable for you. Either toes curled under or flat to the mat is fine. And we're inhaling here, really stretching the front of that right leg, drawing back the left hips. We're just really kind of so that those hips can be right towards the front. And then when we inhale again, we're going to walk it back for that half split, letting those left toes come up towards the sky, tucking the chin to keep the neck long, feeling the stretch wherever you feel it. I feel it out here in my calf, my outer calf, which is good. And then inhale to roll back forward again, pick up the right knee and step the right foot next to the left. And it might take a couple steps to get up there. Then we're going to inhale, rolling up the spine again. Exhale, back down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, and let's go ahead and bring both knees to the mat in forward fold, or in tabletop. And as you can see here now, I've got 3 mats stacked up. No shame in being comfortable, folks. So now I've got 3 mats under my knees, 2 mats under my wrists. If there's a little bit of pressure here for your wrists, you might walk it out, walk the hands out a little bit, and really press into the fingertips to take some of the weight off the wrists. Tops of the feet can be flat to the mat. Maybe kick them a little bit, wake those feet up. And then we'll inhale into cow pose, dropping the belly, lifting the tailbone, lifting the heart. And exhale, cat pose, rounding the back and drawing the belly button towards the spine. Inhale, cow, maybe bending the elbows a little bit so that you can draw the heart forward. And exhale, cat, dropping the tailbone, rounding the spine, letting the head be heavy. 2 more times here on your own. Stopping where it feels good, letting your body tell you what you need. And 1 more time, inhale, exhale, cat, and come on back to child's pose. Let's bring the big toes together and take the knees wide and draw the hips back towards the heels. You might grab a pillow or something to put between your sit bones and your heels if that feels good to you. Otherwise, we're going to take it right on down to the mat. Forehead can be resting on the mat or on a block or a pillow or even on your stacked hands if that feels good here. And as you inhale, think about stretching the skin across the back. And as you exhale, think about just letting go, relaxing the body. Take a couple breaths here, noticing what's going on in your hips, in your back, in your shoulders. You might try a little shark fin here, bringing the palms together out in front of you and lifting them with the elbows on the mat back behind your neck for a little shark fin namaste here. Stretching those triceps. If you want a little more of a stretch in the triceps, you can walk the elbows out a bit. When you're ready, release the hands wherever they are and walk them over towards the left, drawing the right hip towards the heel. Feeling that stretch as you inhale in the outer right side of the body. And then walk the fingers back across center and over to the right. Feeling what you feel in the left side body as you inhale, opening up space between the ribs. And exhale, drawing the left hip down towards the left heel. And then let's walk those hands back to center and come straight up. You can swing your legs out to the sides so that you can come back to your bum, or you can cross the ankles and sit back on your sit bones that way. Center yourself on your mat and gently lower that spine as you pick up the knees and give them a little hug. Roll a little from side to side. Grab that right knee or shin and let the left one be long, the left leg be long out on the mat. And then let's take that right knee over for a little twist, letting the right foot rest on the left leg or on the mat, but don't just let it hang out here, maybe on a block or a pillow. Let your gaze be out over your right shoulder, letting the right arm be out to the side. Feeling what you feel in this outer right hip. Inhale here. And as you exhale, let the belly come towards the spine to support your back as you come back to center. Bringing the knees in for a hug. Maybe bringing the nose up towards the knee, and then switch sides. Right leg out long, and the left leg comes over to the right for a twist, looking out over the left hand, bringing the left knee towards the right shoulder. Not to the right shoulder, just kind of towards the right shoulder. Inhale here. And exhale to draw the belly button towards the spine to support your back. One more hug of the knees here. And then let's bring the soles of the feet to the mat. And let's gently just windshield vibrate the knees from side to side. Maybe look to the right as your knees go left. Look to the left as your knees go right. And then bring the palms down to the mat alongside your hips. Keep the knees pointed up towards the sky, and we're just going to rock that pelvis a little. Inhale to tilt the pelvis towards you, and exhale to let the tailbone be long towards the mat. Inhale, rocking forward like the pelvis is a little bowl, and then rocking away from your face, rocking towards your face, and away from your face. And the next time you inhale, let's lift it up a little bit, and then exhale to roll it down. And let's keep that motion going, lifting as you inhale, maybe taking it a little higher, Exhaling as you let the spine roll to the back. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. And then the next time you inhale, let's just take it right on up. Press down into the palms, press down into the triceps, letting the upper back be on the mat and the gaze be up towards the sky. You might clasp your palms underneath you, drawing the shoulders together for a little more support so you can get those hips up a little higher and really stretch out that low back. If you're clasping your hands here, switch the clasp so that the opposite index finger's on the top. And when you're ready, the next time you exhale, bring it right on back to the mat. And let's go ahead and end here in Shavasana, bringing the feet out long, opening up the palms to the sky. Take a nice big inhale here, and when you exhale, let it out with a sigh through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Stay here in Shavasana for as long as time allows, at least a few breaths. If you can manage, maybe 5 minutes or 10. When you're ready, come gently to your right side. Lay there in a little fetal position for a moment. And then push yourself up gently to a comfortable seat. Take your feet out long in front of you so that the legs are in that, half flat back like we were doing standing, but we're in that 7 shape in a seat. So this is staff pose, Dandasana. Toes pointed up towards the sky. Nice Tadasana in the upper body here with the shoulders relaxed and the neck long. And then let's inhale the arms up and overhead where the palms meet. Exhale, hands to heart. Thank you so much for joining me today for my little after move yoga sequence. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you find some peace and joy.